You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and our home team. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? Touch, man. You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Switch.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go. 15 line.
On first down, Hodge. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Bengals getting set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Chubb with the first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. They'll run on first down. Hodge, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. They'll look to throw here. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Check safety, check safety.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And out now, here come the Bengals. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Chubb on the counter. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free, creating something good for your team.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
They're going to look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touch.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hodge, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. He'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one caught by Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Second and 3. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 53. And that will line up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's complete. Hooper. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Robinson's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's just me and you. Check out.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The kick by Marr is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in. And
all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 76 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, team.
Back to throw here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On 1st down, Hodge. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Hey, box drop.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Back to throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
On the ball.
They'll run on first down. Hodge. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Black. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
First down, Bengals.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28.
Here we go.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
2nd down and inches. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. This is Bell. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's first and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. A good pickup there, a 22.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. What? 57 more. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the home team,